Hi, everyone. I'm Rita Kraminski, and today I'm going to guide you through a case study on a client-centered process. The study involves a 9-year-old boy diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder who faces significant challenges with communication, social interactions, and repetitive behaviors. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to cover the methods I use to train and support the staff working with this client, the processes we use to monitor staff performance, and approaches for measuring the integrity and validity of the intervention. This case study is based on a series of submissions offering a detailed look into the consultative methods used in my field experience. To start, let's discuss the approach taken for staff training. One of the key methods was BST, Behavioral Skills Training, a structured approach with 4 steps: instruction, modeling, role-playing, and feedback. During the instructional phase, I explained the intervention, FCT, or Functional Communication Training. FCT is designed to replace disruptive behaviors with appropriate communication methods, which is, in this case, help the child learn new ways to communicate. To ensure the staff fully understood each step, I gave clear expectations and explanations of the target skills and how to implement the intervention. After instruction, we moved to the modeling phase. I demonstrated FCT with the client in real-life settings, allowing the staff to observe the intervention in action and see how to respond to the client's unique behaviors. This helped them understand what to expect and how to adapt the approach. Following the modeling, we engaged in role-playing exercises where staff practiced FCT in a controlled setting. I played the role of the client to create realistic scenarios, giving staff a chance to apply what they learned. After each session, I provided feedback, pointing out what went well and areas for improvement. Training doesn't stop after the initial session. Ongoing support is very important. To maintain performance quality, I conducted biweekly observation sessions. During these sessions, I monitored staff performance in real time, providing immediate feedback to correct any issues on the spot. In addition to these observation sessions, I introduced a reinforcement system to keep staff motivated. This included awards like praise and gift cards. This consistently implemented for those who consistently implemented the interventions accurately and collected data properly. This combination of real-time feedback, positive reinforcement helps us sustain high performance over time. Performance monitoring was another crucial element. To ensure interventions were followed correctly, I used a checklist to track adherence to each step of FCT. The checklist covered actions such as prompting, reinforcing desired behaviors, and blocking unwanted responses. Feedback was provided in 2 ways: immediate feedback during observation sessions and delayed feedback during weekly meetings. In these meetings, I shared graphs summarizing each staff member's performance, highlighting strengths and areas for improvement. This visual feedback helped staff see their progress clearly. Additionally, the reinforcement system played a huge role in motivation. By reinforcing staff achievements in team meetings and offering small incentives, I reinforced their commitment to maintaining high standards. This approach fostered a positive work environment where staff felt acknowledged and valued. Another important aspect of this process was measuring the integrity and validity of intervention. Integrity measures ensuring that FCT was delivered as planned. Initially, I focused on observing staff performance informally, but going forward, I want to be able to use formal tools like treatment fidelity checklists. These checklists measure the percentage of correct implementation steps during each session, with a goal of at least 80% accuracy, covering critical actions like prompting and reinforcement. To measure the intervention's validity, we assess how well it meets the client's needs. For this, we track improvements in the client's communication skills and reductions in disruptive behaviors. I also gave qualitative feedback from staff to evaluate social validity, ensuring the intervention is meaningful and beneficial for the client's overall development. Finally, I'd like to address the assessment of staff performance. By conducting a functional assessment, I can identify variables that impact their ability to implement the intervention. This assessment considers factors like motivation, task clarity, and work environment. If staff members are struggling, the functional assessment pinpoints whether it's due to lack of motivation, unclear expectations, or insufficient reinforcement. Once these barriers are identified, I can implement strategies to support performance, such as adding training, clear instructions, or immediate reinforcers for successful implementation. Addressing these factors helps create an environment where staff are set up to succeed. Finally, this process shows that effective staff training, ongoing performance monitoring, and reinforcement systems are essential for successful implementation of the intervention plan. Moving forward, I'd like to introduce formal measures of treatment integrity and validity to provide more structured feedback, further enhancing staff performance and improving outcomes for the clients. Thank you for listening and have a great day.